Israel has resumed its offensive in Gaza on Friday, accusing Hamas of violating the 7-day truce deal to free all women held hostage in Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office also claimed that Hamas has launched rockets at Israeli citizens. In response to this, the government media office in Gaza reported Israeli airstrikes targeting inhabited homes and crowded areas across the Gaza Strip. Hospitals in Gaza received injured individuals as Israeli fighter jets struck targets following the expiration of the week-long truce, reigniting the Israel-Hamas conflict in full force.
نداء استغاثة من مواطن غزاوي إلى كل الدول العربية والإسلامية، أغثونا 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 أغثونا، خطية أولادنا وأطفالنا في رقابكم. الآن نحن نبات إبادة جماعية بمدينة غزة تقام، وندعو إلى وقف إطلاق النار عاجل 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 وإرجاع أهالي غزة إلى بيوتهم.
The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza confirmed at least 33 casualties in the first hours of Friday's strikes.
نحن نتحدث عن 32 شهيد خلال الثلاث ساعات الأولى مع انتهاء الهدنة الإنسانية، وعشرات الجرحى الذين وصلوا. لا زال عدد كبير منهم تحت الأنقاض. تحاول الطواقم المختصة في الدفاع المدني وسيارات الإسعاف من الوصول إليهم لانتشالهم ووصولهم إلى مستشفيات قطاع غزة.
Meanwhile, the death toll had been rising immediately after the resumption of hostilities, according to the China Global Television Network reporter Akram Asatari.
Well, the situation is extremely intense. In the very first 30 minutes of the resumption of the fire, around 7 Palestinians were killed. 2 of them came to this particular area in the reception and emergency department at Central Gaza Hospital, Shuhada al-Aqsa. 5 others were killed in Jabalia area, in Abasan area, and in Rafah.
The IDF said they had struck over 200 targets since the early hours of Friday. Black smoke billowed from the besieged territory, and Israel dropped leaflets over Gaza City and southern parts of the enclave, urging civilians to leave their homes to avoid the fighting. Sirens in Israel warn of incoming rockets at the communal farms near Gaza, signaling a restart of the militant attacks.
Also, some heavy bombardment taking place targeting different houses in Sheikh al-Rudwan area in Gaza City, and also in Gaza North. Some other houses were targeted, so very intense fire, very large number of people killed and injured, and even the fire started before the official end of the ceasefire. So it's a heavy bombardment.
The temporary humanitarian truce was reached between Israel and Hamas on November the 24th and ended Friday at 7 local time. Qatar, which has served as a mediator along with Egypt, mentioned ongoing efforts to restart the ceasefire. Qatar's foreign ministry singled out Israel's role in the resumption of fighting, stating that it complicates mediation efforts and exacerbates humanitarian catastrophe. The war erupted on October 7 when Hamas militants in Gaza burst across the border into southern Israel, killing at least 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducting some 240 others, including women, children, and older people. Israel's retaliation for Hamas' October 7th raid has killed thousands of Palestinians, uprooted most of Gaza's 2.3 million people, and led to a humanitarian crisis. With hundreds of thousands of displaced people crammed into the territory south with no exit, concern rise over potential heavy civilian casualties in any Israel offensive. According to Gaza Health Ministry, Israel bombardment and offensive have claimed more than 13,300 Palestinians' lives, with roughly 2/3 being women and minors. The actual toll may be higher as official counts have only been updated since November 11, and thousands more are feared dead under the rubble.